What's up, Wise Flyers? David here. Today we're going to talk about how I was able to be approved for my 4th Inc. credit card, and it is my 51st credit card opened. Coming at you from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, visiting family down here, decided to get a fancy car for the day so that maybe you would click on my video, but overall just having fun with it. Today we're going to talk about how I was able to get approved for my 4th Inc. credit card, and by the way, I'm also over 524. So what's pretty cool about this is my 50th credit card was the Chase Inc. Unlimited card, which was my 3rd Inc. card, and now my 51st credit card is another Chase Inc. Unlimited card, which is my 51st card and my 4th card, but first Inc. card for another business. Hope that's not too confusing. All right, so if you look here, this is my Chase Inc. Unlimited, my 50th card. That's for WISEFLY's business. And my 51st card here, this is the Chase Inc. Unlimited for my 2nd business, which is my actual name, David Ian Streisand. So if you're wondering how to get Chase Inc. credit cards, multiple of them being over 524, I'm gonna reveal all those details in this video. And if you're new here and you wanna learn how to travel anywhere in the world almost free by using credit cards and travel points, start now by subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss a thing. So to give some context and background, August of 2018, I got the Chase Inc. Prefer card, which was my first Chase Inc. card for the WISEFLY's business. I've had Chase Inc. cards in the past, but I actually closed them. But August 2018 was the first one for WISEFLY's, which is the channel that you're watching now. The way I was able to get that card, because I was 824 at the time. By the way, if you're not familiar with 524, it means if you've opened 5 cards or more in the past 24 months, you will not be approved for any Chase credit card at all. There are some ways around this rule, which I'll get into now. So August 2018, I went into a Chase branch. I was visiting some family in New York, and one of the ways to get approved for Chase Inc. cards or other Chase credit cards as well, such as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Freedom cards, so personal and business, but only Chase Ultimate Reward point earning cards. The way you do this is you go into the Chase branch. So I was in New York, this was in Rockaway, Queens, and I went into the Chase branch and sat down with one of the branch managers. Those are the people who have the little cubicles that you see, not at the desk, not the clerks, like where the big line is, but it's more when you sit down in the office with one of the representatives there. I sat down with the representative and asked if I was pre-approved for any credit cards. I specifically said that I was interested in the Chase Inc. business credit cards. The representative was really nice. She was sweet. She was asking me all these questions, and I gave her more information. So basically some basic data points: name, last 4 of social. They do a soft pull, which means it won't show up as a hard inquiry on your credit report. It won't ding your credit report like 3 to 5 points. It won't do anything negative with your credit report. That's the most important part of this step. You don't want to sit down with the representative and just apply for the Chase credit card. You want to make sure that you're pre-approved first. And you just ask if I'm pre-approved for any cards, and they look up in the system, and if they see any cards that are in green next to your name, those are the ones that you're pre-approved for. So I asked about the Chase Inc. Prefer card. She said yes, I was pre-approved for that card. So then I applied for it, and if you're pre-approved, there's a really good chance you will be approved for that card, assuming everything else is good: credit score, credit to debt ratio. I'll get more into that later on as well. So she submitted my application, and then it was pending. So then she called up and spoke to a representative for 5 minutes. They just needed to verify some information. I spoke to them for a minute on the phone. She handed me the phone, and then they approved my card right there on the spot. I was super excited. So that is the way to get approved for Chase credit cards if you are over 524. Fast forward to a few months ago. So in August of 2019, I did the same process, got approved for the Chase Inc. Cash card. Then a couple months later, I did the same thing for the Chase Inc. Unlimited card. which I was approved for as well, so that was an Apparama. I did a video on that. It was my 50th credit card open, but I did an Apparama of 2 cards, the Amex Delta Gold card and the Chase Ink Unlimited card. So I timed it together. For those who don't know, an Apparama is when you apply for multiple cards on one day. I applied for 2 cards, got approved for both cards, so the Ink Unlimited and then the Delta Gold card. So I decided to test my luck and see if I could get another ink card. So I am still way over 524, and I maxed out on ink cards that I could get for my WISEFLY's business. So since I am entrepreneurial and I'm always doing different businesses, I created a new business, which the business is I'm a content creation consultant. So I consult people on creating content, kind of like this YouTube channel. It's a brand new business. I've made $0 from it, but I was still able to get a new ink business credit card by doing this same process. So that's the point I want to make to you guys. Ink credit cards, or just business credit cards in general, are so valuable because if you're getting personal credit cards, yes, there's a lot of points and miles to get there, sign-up offers, everyday spend, but business credit cards opens a whole new world. You could get like twice the amount of points. The reason why I love it is because the ink card, especially the Ink Cash, Ink Unlimited, those are giving 50,000 points after spending $3,000 3 months, no annual fee. Plus the Ink Preferred card is 80,000 points. So between those 3 Ink credit cards, I've gotten 180,000 points, which goes a long way. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be approved for this new Ink Unlimited card for my new business, just because it is a new business. It hasn't made any money yet, and but I think having a good record so far with Chase and also having business cards, everything is paid off on time. Getting this new Ink Unlimited card is just the first step. The next step is I'm gonna get the Ink Cash, then the Ink Preferred, or the Ink Preferred and then the Ink Cash. I haven't decided which order yet. But because I was able to be approved for the Ink Unlimited for this new business, there's a good chance I'll be approved for the other 2 ink cards. Also, as I mentioned before, this new business is under my Social Security, so it is a sole prop. It is not an EIN, or doesn't have an EIN under an LLC. So WISEFLY's, if you look at my cards, WISEFLY's LLC. So I didn't create a new LLC for this new business. It's just under my Social Security number as a sole prop, which is another great thing to know because you don't have to open an LLC, you don't have to get any lawyers involved, you don't have to get an EIN, you can use your Social Security number. So I'm not sure what you call it now. I got the Chase Ink Business Trifecta, and now I'm going for another trifecta. So is that like a trifecta? Let me know in the comments below what the name should be. I'm probably gonna do a 3rd business after that and try to go for 9 ink business credit cards. So is that like a trifecta cubed? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if there's like a name system for all these ink cards. Another important thing to note when getting Chase credit cards in general, not just business credit cards, is that Chase will only allow you to be approved for a certain credit limit between all of your Chase credit cards. Basically, it'll only allow you to get 50% of your reported income that you put on the application for all your credit cards. For example, let's just say you make $100,000 a year, 50%, that would be $50,000 limit and credit limit for all your Chase credit cards. If you are over that 50% mark, most likely you will be, and you apply for any of these cards, it'll be pending. Then you have to call the reconsideration line, and then, which is pretty simple, you could do it, that you call up and you have to move some credit around. What I do is before I apply for these Chase Ink credit cards is I lower the credit limit for each credit card. I believe the lowest is 3,000, I could be wrong. I know I lowered a bunch of them down to 6,000. The Chase Sapphire Reserve card I think gave me like 32,000, so I definitely lowered that. Although lowering, when I did do this, I lowered a bunch of my Chase credit cards because I knew I was going to go for a bunch of Chase Ink cards. My credit score dropped, I think maybe 5 or 6 points by lowering maybe 15 to 18,000 points. Credit score dropped a few points, but I'm gonna make it up by getting multiple Chase Ink credit cards, which will then take up that credit limit. So if you are gonna apply for any new Chase credit cards by following this strategy, make sure that your credit limit is below that 50% mark so that you don't have a pending status on your application and you don't have to call the reconsideration line. So guys, don't let 524 hold you back. You can get approved for multiple Chase credit cards being over 524. You could get multiple Ink cards. Don't let any of these rules hold you back. Surprisingly, being 6'4", I actually fit in this car pretty well. All right, so if you want to watch more videos on Chase credit cards, I have a Chase credit card strategy playlist right over here. And if you want to watch other videos, click this link down here, and I'll see you in the next video.